Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. Looks like we're tackling pet insurance today, specifically PD Insurance NZ. We've got their website articles, FAQs, all that good stuff. We're going to break it all down for you. They've won some awards, which is always a good sign, but what does it actually mean for you and your pet? That's the real question, right?
Yep.
Awards are nice, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's about the service, the coverage, the whole package.
Exactly. So PD Insurance, they call themselves pet insurance specialists. They're really leaning into that whole pet parent thing, talking about quick claims, flexible payments, even a no lock-in contract.
No lock-in contract. That's interesting. Could mean they're super confident in their service. People will stick around because it's that good. Or maybe that's a way to attract people who are hesitant about, those long-term commitments.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of it that way. It definitely makes them seem a little less intimidating than some of the other companies out there. They also talk about 100% reimbursement on eligible vet bills up to your limit, which sounds pretty good on the surface.
100% reimbursement definitely catches the eye. But we got to unpack that whole eligible vet bills thing. Like, what does that actually include? Does it cover all treatments? Are there breed-specific exclusions? And how does their coverage stack up against other providers? Those are the real questions.
So many questions, right? You're totally right. The details are super important. They also make a big deal about their annual benefit limit. It's up to $20,000, which is a lot of potential coverage.
Yeah, that's a substantial chunk of change.
Yeah.
Could be a lifesaver for like those unexpected big emergencies, or if you're managing a chronic condition. I kind of wonder, how does that limit actually play out in real life? Would it cover, say, major surgery or long-term care for a serious illness?
That's a great question. I guess it would really depend on the situation, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Got to think about your pet's breed, their age, overall health. Would that 20,000 really be enough if the worst happened?
Okay, so lots to consider there. It might sound amazing up front, but we got to do our homework, look into what's actually covered, what the limits are.
Always read the fine print. Don't just take their word for it. Compare, shop around, see what works best for you and your pet.
All right, so we've talked about the big stuff. Now, what about the little extras? They offer 1 month free when you buy online, which is a nice perk.
Yeah, freebies are always tempting, but gotta ask, what's the catch? Are there specific payment plans you need to be on? Do you have to sign up for a certain amount of time? Those kind of things.
Yeah, sometimes those free offers come with strings attached.
Exactly. Don't get swayed by the shiny stuff. Make sure you understand all the terms and conditions before you commit.
So let's switch gears a bit. PT Insurance, they've got a blog with articles on all sorts of pet stuff. For example, they have this post about traveling with your pet during the Easter holidays.
Interesting. That's smart marketing, right?
Yeah.
Providing helpful content going beyond just insurance. Positions them as a trusted resource for pet owners.
Yeah, it's like they're building a community around pet ownership, not just selling insurance. They also have a post about the best dog-friendly beaches in New Zealand.
Very clever. Keeps them top of mind for potential customers. Builds a positive brand image. Fun, enjoyable pet ownership.
It's definitely more engaging than just throwing insurance ads at people. They even have a blog post about exercising your dog without walking, which could be super helpful for people with, limited mobility or busy schedules.
Yeah, that shows empathy, right? Addressing real-life challenges, offering practical solutions, builds trust rapport with their audience.
It's like they're saying, we get you, we're here to help, instead of just buy our insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Creating valuable content that resonates with pet owners, establishes them as a brand that cares about both the pets and the people.
Yeah, it really does feel like they get it. They understand the whole pet parent thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They're not just selling a product, they're trying to create a whole experience, a community.
So they're kind of shaking things up a bit then, focusing on that customer satisfaction, transparency, building that community.
Definitely taking a more holistic approach. But like we said, got to dig deeper into the policy details. Don't get swept up in the marketing.
Always read the fine print, right? But those blog posts, they got me thinking. It seems like they're targeting a specific type of pet owner, someone who's really, engaged, proactive about their pet's health.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Their content, it's definitely geared towards someone who likes to do their research. Stay informed.
Yeah, someone who sees their pet as a part of the family, wants to give them the best possible care.
Exactly. They're talking to the pet parent who's really invested, willing to go that extra mile.
And maybe someone who's a little more comfortable online, too, considering that online discount and all their online stuff.
Smart move, right? Meeting their audience where they are, making everything easy to find, easy to understand.
So even though there are some things to watch out for, like those eligible vet bills and the fine print on that free month, overall, it seems like PD Insurance is doing some good stuff.
Pushing the boundaries for sure.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the real test is how they handle claims.
That's the truth. What good is insurance if you can't actually use it?
That's exactly. Got to look beyond the marketing. See what their reputation is like. Do they really deliver on those fast claims? Are they fair when they assess things?
Good questions. Maybe we should check out some customer reviews later. See what real people are saying about their experiences.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Get a feel for the reality.
Because really, it's all about peace of mind, isn't it? Knowing you're covered if something happens.
Absolutely. Knowing you can focus on your pet's health without that financial stress weighing on you.
Being able to make the best decisions for your pet without worrying about the cost.
Exactly. And PD Insurance, they seem to get that emotional side of it, that need for security and support.
But like you said earlier, it's important to do your homework. Make sure their policies actually fit your needs and your pet's situation.
Right. Every pet's different. Every owner's got different priorities, different budgets.
So even though it's cool that PD Insurance is trying new things, making pet insurance more approachable, it's still up to each individual to do their research, compare their options.
Choose what's best for them and their furry friend.
Basically, don't just jump on the bandwagon because it looks shiny.
Do your research and find the peace of mind you're looking for.
Yeah, it's like, you see those shoes and you're like, oh, those are amazing. But then you try them on and they just don't fit, right?
Exactly. Pet insurance, definitely not one size fits all.
So where do we go from here? We've talked about the good and the bad and the stuff to watch out for.
Well, if you're interested in PD Insurance, I'd say the next step is to go to their website and really dig into those policy documents.
Get past the marketing hype and into the nitty-gritty.
Exactly. Look at what's covered, what's not covered.
Yeah.
How they deal with pre-existing conditions, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of pre-existing conditions, we haven't really touched on that yet.
That's a big one. And policies can be all over the place with that.
So what should people be looking for?
Well, some policies might not cover pre-existing conditions at all. Others might have limited coverage or a waiting period before it kicks in.
Sounds complicated.
It can be. So yeah, read the fine print carefully. Don't be afraid to call them up and ask questions if something's not clear.
Better safe than sorry, especially when it comes to your pet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember, pet insurance, it's not just about protecting your wallet. It's about giving your pet the best chance at a long, healthy life.
Knowing you can make the tough decisions without worrying about the cost.
Exactly. So as we wrap up our deep dive into PD insurance, let me leave you with this thought.
Okay, hit me.
Imagine your pet needs expensive care suddenly. How would you feel knowing you had insurance to help?
Oh man, that peace of mind would be incredible.
That's what it's all about, focusing on your pet's well-being.
Well said. So that's our deep dive into PD Insurance NZ. Hope this has given you a good starting point for your research.
Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better choices you can make for your furry friend.
Happy researching, everyone. And here's to many happy and healthy years with your pets.
Cheers to that.
Until next time, folks, keep diving deep and stay curious.